All right. Am I on live? Oh my goodness. Hello, Goelzer National Area. How are each and every one of you? Happy Sunday. I think it's January 7th. That's what I think it is. I think it's January 7th. So I am here in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. So this is my dad's office. Isn't that exciting? He's actually lit some candles for me. Woo! I'm falling over in my chair. He's lit some candles for me to make it a little bit warmer. It's actually way warmer today than it was yesterday. Karis just came on. Hey, Karis. Yesterday, when Karis and I left for the January jumpstart, I know some of you are not going to believe this who live in the South. It was negative 12 degrees. But you know what I'm excited about is that everybody showed up at that jumpstart who said they were going to show up, even though the rest of Wisconsin was in bed. And holy cow, it was amazing. And I know some of you went to jumpstarts across the country. And I know some of you are going to some. I'll tell you what Mary Kay said, those who show up, go up. It's totally true. And I'm just going to be honest with you for just a second, because I'm like never honest with you. I'm always honest with you. But you guys, I didn't want to go to that jumpstart yesterday morning. You see, we had gone to my parents' house in Fort Atkinson from Karis's, and we had baby Theo, and we had all of my nieces and nephews around. My son Nathaniel came in from college. Nikki's daughter Morgan came in for the baptism affirmation today. And you know what? It was not easy getting out of that bed at 5:30 in the morning to get up to go to this jumpstart. And even as we were dressed and in the car ready to go, I'm like, wow, I wish we could have just stayed home. I'm so glad I didn't stay home. Like, it was life-changing for me. You guys, I had been to a Mary Kay event since the middle of November. I moved right before Thanksgiving, and I had not been to a Mary Kay event. Now, like a lot of you, I have been on Hangouts. Like a lot of you, I have listened to great messages. Like a lot of you, I have been on my director calls every Tuesday morning. It is not the same as live and in person. It is not the same. So what I want to tell you guys is this. If you think that virtual training is the same as live training, you're wrong. Virtual training like this, it helps because we're all across the country, but it does not take the place of your weekly success nights. It does not. Energy happens when you're in the physical space of somebody. Energy happens when you're there. It does not take the place of going to leadership as a sales director. It does not take the place of going to your local career conferences in March. And it certainly does not take the place of going to seminar or retreat. You guys, Mary Kay said it so often. Those who show up, go up. My friend Melissa Henning said to me, she said, pay the price to be in the presence of powerful people. And we did that this Saturday, and it was amazing. So there are a couple of consultants and directors who are going to come on at the end of this call and share with you what they learned and gained from that. But first of all, what I want to do is, oh my goodness, I want to recognize the amazing women in this national area. Wow, I am so proud of each and every one of you and what you accomplished in the month of December. So we're going to say congratulations to the DIQs in the Goelzer National Area. Woo! Because you know what? In my affirmation, it says that we are having 5 women from the Goelzer National Area debut by March 31st. By March 31st. And so we've got people in DIQ. Congratulations to Janice Baylor, who's adopted into the Tammy Clout unit. Congratulations to Pamela Burnett, who is in the Tracy Henke unit. Congratulations to Melissa Royce, who's in the Karis Borman unit. To Shelly DiGiovanni, who's in my personal unit. And to Rachel Larson, who is in the Kate Unger unit. We are so excited to have you as you pour into your units, as you positively impact this national area, and as you positively impact this company. So if you heard my training at this January Jumpstart, I am passionate about the position of sales director. Passionate about it. I'll share that with you at the end. Okay, but here we go. Perfect threes. Perfect threes. 3 parties or 15 faces, 3 interviews, and placing at least a $300 wholesale order. Congratulations to, these are the consultants who did it. Melissa Royce, Melody Bird, Christy Painter, Jana Applegate, Jessica Woodruff, Julie France, Amanda Van Hooser, and Shelly DiGiovanni. And we had 3 women who did the perfect 6. Well, you know what? Okay, it was Christmas. It's a new year. Like, seriously, people, you are getting on the perfect 6 bandwagon. Seriously. At least 6 parties, a $600 wholesale order, and 6 interviews. Hello, to earn the right to have a conference call, no, a personal coaching call with one of the directors in our area. So congratulations to the only consultant in the entire Goelzer National area that it was recorded. If you did it and your director didn't tell me, you let her know that you did it and let me know. But she is from the Jamie Lopez unit, and her name is Doris Brown. Doris Brown, I am so stinking proud of you. The only consultant in the entire Goelzer National area who did her perfect six. And not only did Doris do her perfect six, but she also flew across the country from Illinois to Arizona to go to the same January jumpstart as her director, Jamie Lopez. Doris, I am serious. That is what leaders do. And I am so excited for you to start recruiting, my friend, and to move into that red jacket and become a sales director, because that is where you belong. Wow. And the two directors who finished up their perfect sixes, well, hello, would you not know it? It's Jamie Lopez. Leading her unit by example, and none other than Nikki Hill. We are so proud of you guys. All right, now I challenge you guys to see personal new faces, 15 or higher. And this is what was reported to me with over 15 new faces. Now, I really want 30 new faces. We're starting with 15. 15 new personal faces, Karis Borman and Tammy Clout. And you guys know that Karis Borman had a baby on December 17th, and she still saw 15 new faces. Wow. Tammy Clout has 4 children under the age of 6 and pregnant with her 5th, and she still saw 15 new faces in the month of December, plus all their other faces. Congratulations to Trisha Bless with 23 new faces. And this is, yes, Trisha Bless. Oh my goodness, hold on. And with 30 new faces, 30, leading our national area, Jamie Lopez. I am so proud of you, my friend, for setting that bar. And now that we have the 100 face challenge, are you kidding me? You guys are going to blow this out of the water. All right. With 5,000 or more in wholesale for their units this month, congratulations to the Becky Clements unit, the Kate Unger unit, the Jamie Lopez unit, and the Trisha Bless unit. And with over $8,500 in production, the Karis Borman unit, woohoo! With over $13,000 in production, the Tammy Clout unit. And I must give a shout out to the Heidi Goelzer unit, because you guys produced $16,500 in production with a 350% increase over last year. Shut up. I'm so excited for you. And the number one unit in the Goelzer national area for the month of December is the Nikki Hill unit with over $20,000 in production. Wow. And the goal every month is 5 new team members for every unit. And the Borman unit did it. 5 new team members. Congratulations to you guys for hitting that goal. Wow. Okay. Here are the top 5 units in retail production year to date. Are you ready for this? Woo! Drum roll, please. The number 5 unit is the Kate Unger unit with $87,000 in retail production. The number 4 unit is the Trisha Bless unit with $90,867 in retail production. The number 3 unit in the Goelzer national area is the Becky Clements unit with $105,000 in retail production. Wow. The number 2 unit is the Tammy Clout unit with $144,318 in retail production. And the number 1 unit in the Goelzer national area is ranked number 1 with $232,954 in retail sales. $232,934 in retail sales. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. And you know what? Nikki's on fire. So you guys just watch out for that. I'll tell you what, she is clear. She is focused. She is building unit size. She is building leaders, and she is ready to rock. So if you hear anything, oh my goodness, pace setters. Are you guys getting excited about pace setters? The date to register for pace setters is January 17th. Put that on your calendar. You can register early. It is $20 at HeidiGoelzer.com. It starts the first Monday in February and goes the 4 Mondays in February. It is going to be amazing. Amazing. New directors come from pace setters every single time. Is it going to be you? That's your choice. Is it going to be you? Hey, Janice, welcome. Hey, Janice, there's a mute button at the top of your screen. If you want to just hit mute so we don't get any feedback. Do you see that? A microphone button?
Yep, I think I see it. Yep, got it.
If you hit that, then we don't have feedback, and then you can unmute yourself when you're going to share, okay? We'll figure it out. Okay, and then I'm going to talk about the top 5 most improved units in the Goelzer National area. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. Number 5 most improved, the Becky Clements unit. Number 4, Tammy Clout. Number 3, Crystal Pounds unit, most improved. The number 2 most improved unit is the Trisha Bless unit. And the number 1 most improved unit in the Goelzer National area year to date is none other than the Brandy Lampman unit. Woo! Congratulations. Okay, now top 10 in retail sales for consultants. All right, here we go. Top 10 in retail sales in the Goelzer National area of 2,000 consultants. Number 10 from the Becky Clements unit, Jennifer O'Connell. Woo! Number 9 from the Trisha Bless unit, Jen Clentz. Number 8 on this video hangout tonight from the Cars Foreman unit, Melissa Royce. Woohoo! Number 7 from the Heidi Goelzer unit, Amanda Van Hooser. Woohoo! Number 6 also from the Heidi Goelzer unit, Julie France. Number 5 from the Tammy Clout unit, Shelby Helms. Woohoo! Number 4 from the Trisha Bless unit, got to hang out with her at the January Jumpstart, none other than Lisa Wilson. Woohoo, Lisa! The number 3 consultant who we just gave a super shout out to, who did our perfect 6 from the Jamie Lopez unit, Doris Brown. Yay, Doris! Woohoo! Number 2 from the Tammy Clout unit, ranking in the top 3 at our January Jumpstart, Diane Bonas. Woohoo, Diane! And the number 1 consultant in the Goelzer National area, also the number 1 consultant at the Fond du Lac January Jumpstart from none other than the Heidi Goelzer unit, with over $16,000 in retail sales, Sheila Cedarholm. Woo, Sheila, congratulations. I'm falling off my chair again. Okay, and now the top 5 in personal recruiting. Here we go. Number 5, Sarah Bading. Yay, Sarah, congratulations. Number 2 from the Trisha Bless unit, Rashida Irvin. Woohoo! Number 3 from the Becky Clements unit, none other than team leader Molly Zambito. Woohoo! Number 2 from the Nikki Hill unit, wow, Andrea Comer. Congratulations, Andrea. And Andrea made a big decision in her life. As most of you know from seminar, she was a middle school principal, and she decided to actually resign from that position as of December 1st. She has taken another less stressful position in education, and she is ready to live her Mary Kay dreams. Wow, Andrea, we are so proud of you. And the number 1 consultant in the entire Goelzer National area, wow, from the Kate Unger unit, is none other than Hallie Zogelman. Woo! Hallie, we are so proud of you. Keep up the good work. Keep sharing this product and sharing this opportunity, and in the process, changing lives. Okay, so now we are going to hear from our amazing women who were at the Fond du Lac January Jumpstart, and we are going to hear from more of you at another time. And so the first person that we're going to hear from is none other than DIQ Melissa Royce from the Cars Foreman unit. And Melissa, what we would love to know from you as you unmute yourself is, what was your biggest takeaway from this event? And what are you changing because of what you heard or saw on Saturday?
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Great. I think the biggest thing that I got while I was there was just being in the presence of all of the powerful women that are in Mary Kay, and the powerful, positive, uplifting women who share their knowledge so freely with us and are so vulnerable. And the biggest lesson that I got was from Kayla Cornish. She shared her why story and her journey through earning her pink Cadillac and how it looked impossible at the end. And I was kind of able to relate to it too, because we set these huge goals for ourselves in our business and in our life too, not just our business. And sometimes when you look at those goals, they seem like they're completely impossible. Like you need 1 new person to join your team and come in with a star order to go on Target for a car or something like that. And you're looking at it the last day of the month and you're thinking how impossible it sounds. And she shared with us a story that I've heard so many times, but never really made this connection with it. She talked about how the Israelites were in Egypt for over 400 years. And I was thinking, like, that's like the 1600s for us. Like, I don't even know anyone who was alive back then. And so for their whole life, all they've known is being slaves in Egypt. And they leave Egypt and they're running away and they hit this massive body of water, the Red Sea. And they're thinking, we've got the Egyptians behind us trying to catch us and this massive body of water in front of us. Like, what are we going to do? This is impossible. And I've felt this is impossible at much smaller circumstances in my life. And what happens? God splits the body of water so that they can walk through. He splits the Red Sea. And like as a cherry on top, like if you imagine the bottom of a lake, I just think it would be really gross, like muddy and lots of weeds and rocks. And not only did he split the water, but the ground was completely dry. Like completely dry. That was so unnecessary. But he just put that little cherry on top. So it just made me think, like, when I look at my goals and how sometimes they might seem like they're impossible, if God can split a body of water, he can definitely find me one person who wants to run a business and come in with an inventory. And she shared a passage with us that I thought really stuck with me. It's Exodus 14, verses 13 and 14. Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians, or the problems in our lives, that you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still. And I just thought that was so powerful as I look at the big things that are ahead of me in my life and in my business, and how God can definitely take me through anything that I'm looking at that might be scary. So that's what I got.
I'm talking to myself. Okay, sorry. Isn't it like you and I looked at each other when you were telling me this before and recapping it? And when we think about this, Melissa, we're kind of like, well, duh, we know God can do this. Why don't we believe that he's got our back too, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so what are you going to change from this? I know that that really impacted you. So how are you changing because of what you heard on Saturday?
Just to have a greater faith when I'm worried. And also, I mean, I've heard the story of God splitting the Red Sea several times throughout my life. And it was never like a big deal to me. Like, yeah, he split the water. That happened. But just looking at that passage from scripture in a different way was so powerful. And so sometimes when I'm reading my devotions, I'll kind of skim over stuff because I think it might not really apply to me. Like I never would have read that God split the Red Sea and thought, oh yeah, that applies to me. But digging deeper into God's word and finding the message that he has for me and not just skipping over it because I already know the ending.
Yeah, I agree with you. And that happens as we grow, Melissa, as we grow in our years and our wisdom and our faith. It's not just that Sunday school story that was cool. You know, oh, that was cool. That's really cool. It's like, how does this apply to me? Right? How's this God apply to me? And it's interesting that you said that because, Melissa, my word for this year is faith. It's faith. And living in that faith and stopping and really working on stopping doubting my God who loves me and who's going to take care of me. So thank you for sharing that. We appreciate you. Melissa was the first and only one on for a while. And I said, you're going to have to stretch, girlfriend, but you're good. Your friends are here to help you out. So thanks, Melissa. And congratulations for being in DIQ. And Melissa is super excited about the 100 face challenge, aren't you?
Yes.
What makes you excited about that, Melissa?
If it's for free, it's for me.
Yeah, you should have seen her face light up, you guys. I was at Cars's meeting on Thursday night, and Melissa's like, what? I'm doing that. I'm doing that. All right, good. Okay, and we're going to celebrate you as a brand new sales director on that career conference stage, girl. No plan B. Okay, great. We're going to hear from another DIQ now. Let's hear from Janice Baylor. Janice, this is her first time on this Google Hangout. I think she might have gotten it figured out. So Janice, can you unmute yourself and video? You also took your video off. If you could put that back on, we'd love to see you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Do you want us to see you?
Can you see me?
We cannot see you. We just have your picture up.
I don't know how you can see me. Let's try
now
that.
We see something. We can see like a wall. Now we see a light on the top of.
I have to turn it around. Let's try this. I'm sorry. I'm new at all this.
You're doing great. I'm glad that you're working at this. Okay.
There. Can you see me?
Nope. We still see your picture.
I don't know. Can I just talk? I don't know how to do that.
Now we can see you right there.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Now you took it away now, Janice. Now it's gone.
All right, first of all, I just want everybody to know, because I don't know who's on the call, but this was my first start. And the big word that I can tell you was it was an experience. And go over, around, and through to be in the space of powerful people, you guys. Pay the price to be in the space of powerful people. It was an experience. It's an experience I walked away with. It's almost like a retreat. It was, I mean, I don't think at one point in the room there was a dry eye. At least at some point during the retreat, there were tears. There just was. And so it was an experience. It's the best way to describe it for me. And it was probably the best quarterly workshop I have ever been at. And I've been at Mary Kay for 19 years. So some things that I walked away, I'm just going to kind of piggyback, but I want everybody to know that if you didn't go, do whatever you can to go at any event that's near you. You know, they always say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So for me, what I walked away with, a piggyback with Melissa, is Kayla was awesome. And the thing that I want to talk about is, I've been in and out of DIQ. What happens when you see a goal, for me, what I was talking with Heidi later, but when you see a point where you have a goal and you work and you work and you work, and all of a sudden, for me, it was leadership, and all of a sudden it's gone and the vision is gone. And so listening to Kayla talk about how clear it was, it just took me so back, and I shared with some people that it took me back to when I was first went into DIQ and I first earned my car. I visualized, I knew exactly who was going to be in the car. I knew the conversation that was going to happen. I visualized my party. I could get so emotional and cry. And the reason I had to earn it was so that my kids could be there. My kids were getting towards the end of their high school year. And if I didn't earn my car, my daughter would not be there for my car party. And so I visualized her sitting there. And it was interesting because when we sat in the car, she didn't want to sit in the driver's seat. She wanted to sit, I wanted her to the passenger side, and I was in the driver, but she wanted to sit in the driver's side. So that was the only part that didn't visualize, didn't come true. But it was just, it took me right back to that moment. I knew that I had not gotten to that point where I was before. And I need to sit and really think about. And the one thing that Kayla said, she could almost smell it. And when I was earning my car, every time we had a meeting, I went and actually sat inside the director's car every single week for 15 minutes. I just sat in the car. So some things that I walked away with that she had said is, first of all, your vision has to be crystal clear. Like, she could smell it, taste it. She knew it was going to be there. She visualized it. You must choose to believe even when you can't even visualize it. That was interesting to me. And then be strategic. Give God work to be able to bless. So if you're not working, he has nothing to bless. And it was really also interesting how everything just intertwined together. I mean, it was so God ordained. I can't even describe it, because all the speakers, they just, and in the order they were in, it was just unbelievable, from emotional management to bringing it home at the end with the visualization and being good enough. It was just amazing. The other thing I want to talk about is just really quickly about the spa treatments. And we've heard about these over and over again. And probably for me, that I walked away with was wording, because I've tried to do this and I just haven't felt it. But when I heard the wording, and I'm sure it's been out there before, But instead of asking people to try to have a beauty experience, or can I get your help to try the beauty experience, to try an in-home beauty treatment experience package. That was really key. And I'm offering it, people. Offering it. I'm asking for your help. I'm just offering it to you. So I just thought that was some pretty key wording that I have not used that I'll be taking into practice. And the other thing I thought was really great too, and I'll just share it, was that somebody was doing, they get their skincare set for $18 for 2018. I thought that was a brilliant idea as well. That's it.
Janice, what are you going to change because of what you experienced at this Jumpstart?
Oh my gosh. For me, it's to become so crystal clear about what that day looks like.
Yeah.
What that's going to feel like when the DIQs to come up front on February 1st, and to be able to go walk up there and to hear them cheer and have them say, I'm so proud of you. That's a big one. And
Janice, I'm going to have someone Facebook Live me on that, okay? Because I'm not going to be at that director meeting in Wisconsin. Someone have that right there, and I will be watching you as you are announced as a brand new sales director. So I want you to add that to your vision, okay? That Kate Unger, I want you to even know that it's going to be Kate Unger. She is going to be Facebook Living you, and I am going to be right there cheering the loudest because I know you're going to do it. So
well,
proud.
I have to tell you, I'm glad that you're saying that, because part of the vision, when I found out you were moving, part of that disappeared because part of it was to hear your words. And when I heard you were moving, I'm like, now I can't hear the words. I couldn't see it. But now I can see it. Thank you.
I will be there.
Thank you.
It'll be on my calendar, and I will be saying the words to you through that phone. You got it?
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, good. So excited. Vision crystal clear. And you guys, one other thing that I heard when Janice was talking about the beauty experiences, and all of these recordings are going to be, they're going to be in links on your Voxer groups. And they're also, and my hair is a little bit messed up today, okay? But they're also going to be on our website, HeidiGoelzer.com, under trainings. You can have access to all of these recordings. And this one was the beauty experience by Trisha and Cars. Amazing. And Trisha shared some words with us. She said this. Oh, this was so huge because I've asked people to help me my entire career. Mm-hmm. And these are the words she said. She said, help implies obligation. Someone is obligated to you. Offer, I'm offering you a pampering experience, implies gift. You guys, what are you asking people? Are you asking them for an obligation, or are you offering them a gift? Words matter. So thank you very much, Janice. Okay, Kim Ferguson, are you going to share? Are you available to share? Let me know what your thought process is here, Kim. Are you there, or are we moving on to Karis? You want to share? You're muted. It says you're muted on my screen. Now you're muted and I can't see you. Okay, I can see you now, Kim, but I can't hear you. Don't know? Okay, all right, we're gonna go to Karis. See if you can figure yourself out. And we do want to hear from you because you're super, super smart. Okay, Karis, can you share what you took away from this amazing January Jumpstart? There you go. We can see you.
Hi, can you hear me and see me?
We can, yes. Awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So this was a really, like Janice said, probably like one of the best January Jumpstarts and quarterly workshops that we have had, that I have been to. I just feel like it was crazy how all of us trainers, everything worked together so well, but we didn't even talk to each other. It was like a total like God thing, how he made it all happen so that it would be so beneficial for everyone that came. So I know my unit members were so, so grateful that I like made them come. and like made them find babysitting. Like, you have to be here, because it was life changing for my unit members and for myself. And one of the things that I really loved seeing as a sales director was just being like resold on this Mary Kay opportunity. Because as you guys know, I've had Mary Kay in my life, like my whole entire life. It's been what I've seen with my mom building her career and her business. And I started now as 18 years old. It's been my only job I've ever had is being a Mary Kay beauty consultant. It just has been like my life. And so sometimes it just doesn't seem that special or that amazing, because it's just what we do. If you've been a Mary Kay for a while, or even if you're new, you might not know like all the benefits of Mary Kay. And so we really just honed in on how amazing this opportunity is. Like, there is nothing else in the land like Mary Kay. And I'm 100%, I've always been sold out on Mary Kay, that this is the best place for any woman anywhere in the world to be right now at this time. But just now more than ever, I'm just seeing there is no place where you can have the amazing friends, best friends for life, who actually truly, truly care about you and are not just trying to get something out of you in the workplace, or not trying to backstab you or gossip about you. There is no place where you can work from home and make an executive income. Like Mom said, I've been with my baby since December 17th when he was born, and I'm still, of course, making sales for my customers and making the residual income. And I am still working because I love to and because I want to. I know many people want their maternity leave to like last forever and ever and ever. And I'm like loving time with my baby, and then taking an hour or two to do Mary Kay. It just makes me happy and more excited to be with my son when I can and when I want to and I choose to. So what other career do people like want to have short maternity leaves? I don't even know anything in the entire world. Everyone just wants to like never work and never go back. So it's just a place that you can be so in love with your career and make it whatever you want to make it. There's no place like that. There's no place where you can have the influence and the income. There's so many jobs where you can make a difference in people's lives every day, like being a nurse or being a teacher, in any profession. You make a difference in people's lives every single day if you choose to. But in some jobs, you don't get to have the unlimited income potential of Mary Kay. Like, one of the trainers really told us, as a sales director, take advantage of every single bonus we can as a sales director. As a beauty consultant, do you know all the avenues of income that you can have? And are you using every single avenue of income that Mary Kay provides for you? Like, sales, of course, but team building, like seriously, go to InTouch, search in the search bar, advanced brochure, just searching it and then print it off. It's going to be a lot of pages, but it'll be worth it. Print off on both sides of your piece of paper and really study how how Mary Kay rewards us as beauty consultants for working. It is ridiculous how much money that there is at this buffet of Mary Kay that is nowhere else. And you are in charge of how much you take off of the buffet, whether it's a salad or a steak dinner. Just be aware of what the buffet options are for you, because you don't have to like pay more. It's all the same price. Put in the parties, put in the work. That is the price of the Mary Kay buffet. And there's no place, mentorship, income, friends, like Melissa said, we're sharing ideas with each other. Other jobs, you're competing with people, so you don't want to share your ideas. In Mary Kay, there's no competition. People are freely giving of their time and their energy of what's worked for them, what hasn't worked for them, about their vulnerability, because they know it can benefit you and bless you, because they love you as a person and they love you as a sister in Christ and as a Mary Kay fellow consultant, and not just as someone else trying to get their job promotion ahead of them. Because in Mary Kay, how Mary Kay Ash set this up, every single person can have all their promotions. We can have all the free cars. So it just makes it such like a sharing friendly zone to really build each other up. And so I just don't see any other place in the world that offers you all of these things. Sure, a lot of places can give you money or influence or mentorship or girlfriends or flexibility, but the complete package to create the life that you want to create, I believe Mary Kay is it. Mary Kay is it for every single person in the world. And we're already in Mary Kay. So what an amazing blessing. We're already in this amazing business. So I was just resold out on the opportunity of becoming a beauty consultant and even becoming a sales director for the limitless opportunities, and just sold out on, like one of the directors talked about, Libby Carlson said, not wasting money on the table. Knowing how we can make money in Mary Kay and being excited about that, because more money you have, the more you can bless others and bless your family and make a difference all across the world. So that's what I'm really excited with. There's so much we learned, but that was my overall takeaway is Mary Kay, nothing better. I always knew that my whole life. That's why I chose to do this rather than anything else. You guys know I'm 100% sold out, but really just living that out loud every day and telling the world that Mary Kay is the best in the land. We will never leave. We will never quit, no matter who else quits. We're in this for life because nothing else gives you the life that you want to live.
You know, Karis, that was amazing, that thought that you had, because, you know, a lot of people would give you grief about working a little bit when you have like a 3-week-old baby. Thought, who in the world would like a short maternity leave because you love what you do?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You love what you do, and you get to be with beautiful Theo, and you talk to Paul, you're like, Paul, will you be home after school tomorrow? Like, I can go out with my consultant just for an hour without Theo and go put out some facial boxes. That you get to have that time with that consultant, an hour. You're going to be gone from Theo an hour, and he gets to be with his daddy, and you get to. Oh, I hear him. Come show him to me, Paul.
You want to show him?
Show him.
Yeah.
Yep, Paul, show him.
Where's the baby?
I want to see the baby. Oh, my. Okay. Oh, I love you. Okay. All right. So thank you, Karis, for just putting that out there, that it is okay to love what you do so much that you don't even want a longer maternity leave. Awesome. I love you. Okay. Well, you guys, amazing. I hope you heard the passion from these women of all different places in their business, of all different backgrounds, that they were changed by this event. And, you know, I'm going to share with you, my sister Shelly DiGiovanni was trying to get on this, but couldn't with the technology. And, you know, Karis touched on how she is sold out for directorship, sold out for this opportunity because of the unlimited income, because of the mentorship, because of the flexibility, because of the trips, because of the cars. How about you guys, the sisterhood? The sisterhood. Some of you have heard this story about my sister Shelly, but you might not have heard this part. As she had the courage to leave her abusive husband after 17 years, she got on a plane, which her Mary Kay sisters in Virginia Beach, her adopted family in Virginia Beach, helped her literally escape. Okay? She got on a plane and they had a layover in Philadelphia. In Philadelphia, little Ellie, her youngest, got sick, was throwing up on the plane, and she couldn't stay on the plane. And so they took them to Children's Hospital. Shelly knows nobody in the city of Philadelphia. What happened was her adopted director, Brittany Mitchell, her adopted director, not me, her adopted director called her mentor, National Sales Director Stacy James, because she knew she had a director or directress in the Philadelphia area. And so they reached out to the sales director. I can't even remember her name. They reached out to the sales director, who we obviously do not know personally, in the city of Philadelphia. She was at a party. Of course she was at a party. She was at a Mary Kay party. From that Mary Kay party, she drove an hour to Children's Hospital. She brought Shelly food and the girls. She brought them coloring books, and she brought them cash. And she sat with them, and she gave them human touch. We didn't know this person, but she was her sister in Mary Kay. And she didn't stop there. The next day, instead of, telling Shelly to get a cab to get to the airport, she and her husband brought them breakfast and drove them themselves to the airport and made sure that they got through security and on that plane. Now, I know that some of us have great families in our corporate families. I get that. I believe that. And yet, could you call someone in Philadelphia who's affiliated with your office, and for no money, on their own time, they're going to come and be with you and your family and take care of you in a hospital? My friends, that's the sisterhood that we have as Mary Kay sales directors. Don't take it for granted. Be aware of it and love it. It is January, and it is halftime in our Mary Kay business. And what I want to share with you, what I believe with all of my heart, is nothing matters less than the score at halftime. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you are where you thought you were going to be. It doesn't matter if you're halfway to your goal. It doesn't matter. Because it's not always the person that's the most talented that wins the game. It's the person that puts in the most hours of intentional practice. You know, my son-in-law that you just saw on the screen with little baby Theo, he is fluent in Spanish, but he wasn't always that way. In high school, in fact, Paul wasn't the head of his class at all. There were other people who were much better in Spanish than he was. And yet he had a passion to be bilingual. He had a passion to serve more people with the gospel in Spanish and in English. And so he put in more hours of intentional practice. He traveled to Central America and spent a semester there immersed in the culture. He took smaller trips to Mexico and learned more and studied more. And now in his class, he is the most fluent in Spanish of anybody. It wasn't because he was naturally better at Spanish. He's not. The guys who had better grades in high school, now Paul can speak circles around them because he wanted it badly enough. And because he put the intentional work in day after day, week after week, he quote unquote sacrificed to be better. He spent a semester away from his fiance after they were engaged and at the same college so that he could go be better. He gave up what was good, spending time with the woman that he loved for a little bit, to have the great, to be able to live the life with Karis that he wants, and also to be able to serve God in the capacity that he dreamed of doing. You see, my friends, in this business, we're going to be asked to give up some things. And rarely is it going to be evil that you're asked to give up. You're going to be asked to give up the good for the great. The good for the great. Watching TV shows that aren't necessarily bad, but they don't serve you. Scrolling through Facebook, which isn't necessarily bad, but it doesn't give you the choices that you want. Holding parties when other people are outside playing. Holding parties when other people are wanting you to do something else. But you could have the great, my friends, the great. You know, as Christopher and I are going to Rome the first week of June, we'll be visiting the Vatican from 7 to 10 p.m., a private tour when it is closed to everybody else. Was that worth me missing a couple of San Antonio Spurs basketball games on Friday nights with my neighbors as they made fun of me for working on Friday nights? I did. I gave up the good. I wanted to be there, and sometimes those parties didn't look all that awesome on the outside. But what they turned into was a life of great. I just got to be in Wisconsin for 7 days with my new grandson and my family and my parents and my sisters and my nieces and my nephews, and did not have to ask a person for days off, not take vacation days, not take sick days, not take personal days, and not lose a dime in income, and be with some of you for one of the greatest January jumpstarts we've ever had, because I chose to give up the good for the great. My friends, it's worth it. Go see those 100 faces. Do something you've never done before. To have something you've never had before. It will be worth it. And the second challenge I'm giving this national area is 20 new unit members. You're part of a unit. You do matter. You call up your sales director after this hangout and you say, I want to be a part of these 20 new unit members in January, February, and March so that Heidi can come in our honor, that Heidi will come do a guest event, that Heidi will come do a training, that Heidi will come spend time with you. You guys, these hangouts are great, but person to person, I want to be in your space. And you know what? You will grow in the process. You know, what is your why? What is your why? A why does matter in the end, my friends, because a person with a burning why will achieve more than someone with the greatest ability any day. You've heard that story about the Highlanders and the Lowlanders in the Andes Mountains. And the Highlanders came down and they stole a baby from the Lowlanders. And the Lowlanders were so furious that they formed a group of their best warriors and they decided they would go get that baby back. but they didn't know how to climb the mountains because they were lowlanders. And then, so they tried every strategy they could think of, and they tried to use all of their brains and all of their brawn, and they couldn't even get halfway up the mountain. And so they were coming down the mountain the next day, halfway down the mountain in defeat, when all of a sudden, passing them, comes the mother of the child down the mountain with the baby in her arms. And they looked at her and they said, "How come you could get that baby and we couldn't get that baby?" And she looked at them and she said, "Because he's not your baby." What's your baby? What are you passionate about? That, you know what? The how doesn't matter when the what and the why are in alignment. What's your baby? You saw Janice's tonight. She's crystal clear of becoming a sales director by February 1st. She has that vision. Become clear, my friends. Take the time. It's worth it. You know, I just decided that I think this Hangout is so worth it that I'm going to give prizes for people who watch it. So if you are on right now, go to the Goelzer National Area Facebook page and you go post that you are on this Facebook page. When we get 100 people to watch this by tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Time, we have 100 people, we will give away 2 complete cellulose mask sets. Okay, so 2 people will get a cellulose mask set if they just have watched this video and they post on the Facebook page, and that includes directors as well. It's worth it. I love you guys. I believe in you. Ooh, we're going to rock out this January. 100 faces, 2,000 wholesale, 20 new unit members for your unit. You can do it. Bye, everybody.